Us this afternoon, all the way in Pennsylvania, is Eli Beard. How you doing, Eli?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Awesome, man. Well, we're glad to talk to you. I know we talked to you earlier this year after you had a big game at Mary Hardin Baylor, and now you're all the way up there in Philadelphia at Drexel University. So I want to talk to you about that first. How did that end up? How did you end up at Drexel?
Um, well, my head coach, he had left, so I had entered my name in the portal, and both of my coaches previously at UMHB, they kind of knew the head coach here at Drexel. They had some communication with him. One of my assistant coaches played at Texas Tech, and that's where Coach Carroll was. That's where he started his career. So it was kind of like a little connection there. So they gave them the word about me. Then they started watching my film, getting in contact with me, calling me every other day, and so it just happened like that.
Well, and so that's interesting because I wasn't sure exactly how that worked because I knew that you were a senior last year, but I know with COVID year and all that all that
Yeah.
is I'm confused with all that now. So you entered the portal. Now was Drexel the only school that was looking at you? Did you have other schools looking at you too? And what made you decide on Drexel other than the connections that you had there?
Yeah, I had some other schools there. I had East Texas A&M. I had Texas A&M. Corpus Christi was communicating with me a little bit, and then there was like some schools like Southern Indiana, like some schools up there and stuff like that. But reason why I chose Drexel just because of the coaching staff. Like whenever they were recruiting me, they made me feel loved. They was checking up on me. They was really worried about me as a person more than just a player. So I could tell the love was there. And then when I came on a visit, you could just tell like the old players reaching out to me, the coaching staff taking me different places. Head coach was amazing, picked me up from the airport, let me meet his family, stuff like that. So you could just tell that they really wanted me to be here, and they wanted me for also obviously my abilities on the court, but also as the type of person I am off the court. So
Yeah, and that's awesome. And I was going to ask you too because I've been to Philadelphia a couple of times. It's a lot different than East Texas. It is a lot different. So
yeah.
yeah, so I want to get your thoughts on being a Texas kid and moving up to the Northeast. What was that experience like, and how have you kind of adjusted to life up there?
Still adjusting. I've only been here for probably like a week and a half, I want to say. So still adjusting. Just people like I went to the doctor the other day, just for example. I said yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. They're looking at me like I'm not old. Like I'm well, I don't know why you're saying that to me. So really it's been easy because of my teammates. My teammates, it's great being around a great group of guys, and the coaching staff is amazing, and they help me with everything I need help with. So it's really easy. And then the way I live is just like if I got a ball, gym, some food, and a place to lay my head, I'm good. So um, I feel like the adjustment, just being so far away from family, that's the hardest part for me, just not being able to just I'm gonna just take a 2 hour drive back home or something like that. So that's probably the hardest for me. But I just FaceTime my family a lot, FaceTime the people that I care about, and try to stay in touch as much as possible.
That's funny. That's funny you said that about the yes ma'am and no ma'am thing. Because when I was up there, I did that same thing. I held open the door for somebody that they were offended by that. I said yes ma'am to somebody. I'm not. Why are you calling me ma'am? So I totally understand. But I'm going to
Yeah,
tell you, don't lose that because you don't want to lose the manners that you got. You don't want to lose that.
yeah, for sure.
But that's awesome, man. So you said you went into the portal. What was? I know you obviously you were recruited out of high school, and you when you left Bossier, that recruitment process there as well. But what was the portal like for you to kind of dive back into being recruited again?
Um, it was a little different because I planned on staying at UMHB for real, if I'm being honest. But it was a little different just really leaving like when your future, like you have your mind set on something. So like having to do that again was kind of hard for me because I grew a relationship with that university, and I had a lot of people there, um, like that I really cared about. So that was the hardest part for me. But for is like you got to be patient. That was my biggest thing was like being patient because like a lot of things like there would be one day like the first day I entered the portal, I think I had like 10 phone calls, like people just calling me left and right. And then there would be days nobody will call. You'll go like a whole week. Some coaches ain't checked up on you. So like really the main part is being patient and knowing what you bring to the table and staying true to that. So that was the hardest part for me.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like you said, those days where you're waiting on a phone call and you're like, "What? Am I gonna get a phone call? Is the phone gonna ring
Yeah.
again?" That's wild. Well, before I let you get out of here, I want to get your thoughts on kind of your expectations for this upcoming year. Obviously, like you said, a new cast of characters, if you will, a new team that you got to play with. But you're already up there, so you're kind of learning the team. You said the teammates have already reached out to you, the older guys, so already making you feel comfortable. But what's your expectations for you yourself as a player and as a team as a whole?
For me, myself as a player is just staying true to who I am, staying true to what I know I can do on the court, being a leader, being a vocal leader, being a guy that has been in college for a while, just being a veteran, showing up on days that you don't really feel like it. So I feel like that's the main role I want to play. And for his team goals, I just want to win. I just want to win as much as possible. Just be an overall team, have good camaraderie, um, just win. Really, that's the main goal this year because I feel like I've been in conference championships and I've always came up short. So I feel like this year I want to get it done.
And now you can make the big dance, right? The D1s,
Yeah,
the big dance. So the big get on the big stage there. That's awesome, man. Well, Eli, we're proud of you here in East Texas. And anytime you come back and visit, make sure you hit us up. We can get you into the studio or something and have you in for a
yes,
live
sir.
interview. Make sure you check in with us. But best of luck to you. We'll keep up with you and we'll talk to you down the road.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.